Heyo, welcome to the Team SNG Test Hands video. Today we are going to be doing the test hands for the Dark and Light powered Dream Mirror deck profile that was featured on the channel earlier this week. While I got your attention, I'd like to ask you guys, leave us a like, leave us a comment, leave us a subscribe. Okay, this deck is an interesting deck, as it's a going first deck that aims to control the board by interchanging its monsters based on what field spells are on the field at the time. So we're going to do 3 going first test hands, but we're going to talk about what the deck has access to on its opponent's turn based on the interchanging that this deck likes to do. That all being said, let's get into it. Okay, so on to our first test hand. Dream Mirror Foe, Hypnagogia, fantastic, that's the best card in the deck. Another Dream Mirror Foe, Morpheus, and a Dream Mirror Fantasy. Okay, so this isn't the greatest of openings, but we could be alright. We are going to have a Dream Mirror Foe and Hypnagogia, so we can put a body on board at least. A Dream Mirror Fantasy is also nice that we have access to that as well. So what we would likely do in our opening turn is we'll normal summon our Dream Mirror Foe, and we will set our Hypnagogia, and we will set our Dream Mirror Fantasy. Then, on our opponent's turn, we would activate Hypnagogia to give ourselves Dream Mirror of Joy, and to give our opponents Dream Mirror of Terror. Now, because both Joy and Terror are on the field, all of our Dream Mirror monster effects are going to be live. At this point, we would be able to use our Dream Mirror Foe's effect, Tribute himself, to special summon our Dream Mirror Friend. Dream Mirror Friend would then let us special summon back from our grave our Dream Mirror Foe. And then in the end phase of the turn, we would banish off Joy for Terror, and then banish off Terror for Joy. And then we could, in their end phase, also activate Fantasy, shuffling back our 2 spent Joy and Terrors into our deck, so that we have them for later on in the game. If our friend and foe both got destroyed, which is totally plausible, we would rely on what we draw into on our next turn, which is a Chaos Daedalus. Not a bad option. We will likely have banished something off the field with Dream Mirror Fantasy during the end phase when we've switched out our Joy and Terror. And then our Chaos Daedalus would let us banish off 1 copy of Friend and 1 copy of Foe to special summon Daedalus, who would then let us banish off 2 more cards off our opponent's field. And then at that point, we would also be able to normal summon foe, tribute foe off for friend, and then bring foe back to attack twice. So we will be able to do some interesting dynamic things. Okay, on to our second test hand. Dream Mirror Foe, White Knight, Chaos, Extrav, Dream Mirror of Joy. Okay, at least this time we have a Dream Mirror field spell in our opening hand, so we can do some stuff on our turn, which is nice. And we do have Chaos, which means that we can actually potentially go into our fusions as well. So we're going to start out with Pot of Extrav, see what we can do. What we could draw into to potentially help us out a little further. Maybe extend a bit more. So long as we don't banish off all 3 copies of either of our fusions, then we are going to be in pretty good shape. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we banished off 2 of our Earl Kings and 1 Tormentor. This isn't the end of the world, as we want Tormentor to go into Earl King, but it's not the greatest of situations as well. And then we've drawn a Terror and an Ikelos. So that is actually very nice. What we're going to do is we're going to activate Dream Mirror of Terror. Normal summon our Ikelos. Tribute our Ikelos for Mara. Mara will then let us special summon from the hand. We're going to summon Foe. This point we're going to activate Joy. And we will tribute off our foe for friend. Friend, because he was special summoned by a Dream Mirror monster, will let me special summon a Dream Mirror from my grave. So we'll special summon back the Ikelos. Ikelos, because it was special summoned by a Dream Mirror monster, will let me search my deck for a Dream Mirror card. So we're going to search for Hypnagogia, so that we can get both field spells at once. Then we're going to activate Dream Mirror of Chaos. And we will fuse off our 2 Ikelos for our Tormentor. Then we're going to set our Hypnagogia. On our opponent's turn, what we're going to do is we are going to activate Hypnagogia and place in our field zone Dream Mirror of Joy, and in our opponent's Dream Mirror of Terror. This means we're now in a situation where we can use all of our Dream Mirror monsters' effects. So as a quick effect, at any point if we're looking like we could potentially be in trouble, we can put Morpheus on the field by tributing off our friend. Because Terror's on the field, we'll tribute friend, special from the deck, copy of foe, tribute foe because Joy's on the field, special from deck, our friend. Because friend was summoned by Dream Mirror monster's effect, he'll special summon from our grave our Ikelos Mara, and then because Mara was special summoned by a Dream Mirror's effect, he will let you special summon your Morpheus the White Knight. Morpheus the White Knight is cannot be destroyed by card effect or battle. And if your opponent gets rid of your Tormentor, they're going to have to get rid of your Morpheus next. But Dream Mirror of Joy, because Dream Mirror of Joy makes it so that the only thing they can deal with is the highest level Dream Mirror monster on the field. On top of that, because Dream Mirror of Terror is on the field, we're going to get a negate with our Tormentor. And then at any point, with our Dream Mirror of Joy, we can tribute off our Tormentor to special summon our Oil King, and then at any point we could tribute off our Ikelos to special summon the light counterpart. This would trigger Earl King to pop, and then Ikelos to search. At this point, I would likely search for Dream Mirror Phantasms so that I can set up whatever it is I want for the next turn. And I can give all of my guys a 500 boost and all of my opponent's stuff a 500 debuff. So, on to our final test hand. Hypnagogia! That's fantastic. I love seeing this in my opening. Dream Mirror of Joy. Okay, so now we're going to be able to potentially use Dark Dream Mirror monsters to get out our lights. Hypnagogia. Okay. Don't need 2 copies of it. White Knight. Alright, high level guy. Bit problematic. But we have our Mara with the correct Dream Mirror to swap him out for our Ikelos. So we're going to be able to search out absolutely anything we might need. So, first things first, we're going to activate our Dream Mirror of Joy. Normal our Mara. Tribute our Mara. Special summon our Sprite. Sprite's effect goes off, letting us search for any Dream Mirror card. We're going to search for Dream Mirror of Chaos, so that we have our fusion spell. At this point, we're going to set our Hypnagogia, our Chaos, and our Hypnagogia. We are then going to pass to our opponent's turn. On our opponent's turn, we'll start out by activating our Hypnagogia and placing in our field spell zone a Dream Mirror of Joy, and in our opponent's a Dream Mirror of Terror. Now, because Dream Mirror of Terror is on the field, we're going to tribute off our Sprite. Summon our Mara. Our Mara, because it was summoned by a Dream Mirror, lets us summon our Morpheus from our hand. Our Morpheus is now the highest level monster on the field, meaning it's the only monster that can be targeted thanks to Dream Mirror of Joy. And because of the fact that it's been summoned this turn by a Dream Mirror's effect, it can't be destroyed by card effect or battle. So now our opponent has to target that for card effects in battle, but it can't be destroyed by them. So your board is really in good shape. At the same time, if your opponent then wants to get rid of anything, you can tribute him off because of Dream Mirror of Terror. You can summon out his evil counterpart in Black Knight, pop something, and then tribute off Black Knight to summon out another copy of White Knight. And then, because of the fact that we've got our Dream Mirror of Chaos and Dream Mirror of Terror is on the field, we can actually banish from our grave a Dream Mirror Mara and a White Knight. And the reason I'm saying these two is because we've already got copies of them around, so we should be fine with that. So we banished both of them off, and then we can special summon Tormentor, who has a negate because of Dream Mirror of Terror, and can quick effect tribute himself off for Earl King. And then you can also tribute off Mara for Ikelos, the Sprite, and then the Sprite will search you out your Phantasms, and the Earl King will pop something off of your opponent's board. So, as you can see, being able to get to both of your Dream Mirror cards' field spells is absolutely clutch, but if you can do it, your monsters have enough utility to sort of be able to bounce around. They dodge effects, they put things on the board for yourself, and then they do net you a couple big boss monsters, some protection with your Morpheus lineup, your boss monsters with your Onieros lineup, lots of searchability with your Ikelos lineups, and then obviously with your Hypnagogia getting both of your field spells, you're in good shape. You can drop it on your opponent's turn, and you can just quick effect bounce and change and whatever it is you need to do to just pop and stop and lock everything that your opponent wants to do down. And then you, on your next turn, you have your Phantasms giving everything a boost and everything on your opponent's field a debuff. And then you can, you can also still do all of the tributing and stuff to get yourself out the best position, the best field that you could possibly have. So, that all being said, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave us a like, leave us a comment, leave us a subscribe. Next week, we're going to be revisiting an old deck. I haven't updated it since it's had new support, and that is Fur Hire. So, if you're up for seeing some furry bandits, make sure you check us out for next week. And I will see you guys at the next video.